get your kids off to a good start when they head back to school, and that means picking the right breakfast, of course. So Kristin Kirkpatrick is a registered dietitian with the Cleveland Clinic's Lifestyle 180 program, and she's here to help make smarter choices this fall.
That's right.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
Very well. I just can't believe that we're headed back to school already.
I know, it's kind of scary.
Isn't it scary?
Kind of scary.
All the parents are starting to get in mind the clothes, the food, the utensils for school. So we have a lot, I think, to remember. So let's get started off with some good choices first.
Okay. So what you want to remember when you're providing breakfast for your child is, number one, breakfast is key because it helps them perform better in school, and there's a lot of studies that show that just academic performance increases. But we want the right options.
Right.
So kind of a rule of thumb, I like to say for cereals, for example, is the rule of 5. So if you can get 5 grams of fiber and less than 5 grams of sugar, you're probably looking at a pretty good cereal.
Okay.
Right? Cereals to kids have about 60% more sugar and about 80% more sodium than cereals that are marketed to adults.
Wow.
So we don't want to fill our little one with a bunch of low nutrient foods that's going to spike their blood sugar and then drop it, and then they're going to be hungry an hour later.
Now, when we're looking at the boxes of cereal, how are we reading those nutrition facts?
Well, one thing you can do is you can take the grams of sugar and you can multiply it by 4, okay? And that's the amount of calories that are in sugar, in a gram of sugar. So multiply that by 4, divide that number by the total amount of calories per serving, and multiply by 100. If you are getting a sugar content that's greater than 20% of your overall cereal, it's probably not a great choice.
Okay.
And that's a real easy equation to do.
That is easy. I think I can do that. Now let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly here with some of the cereals.
Okay. So I like to say with cereals and with any kind of breakfast food, you want to get 100% whole grains. All right. So oatmeal is a great option. If you throw in some dried fruits, you not only get more nutrients, but you get more fiber in it.
And you could spice up. We could do raisins. Dried fruit.
You can do cinnamon. You can put a vanilla soy milk in there. So there's a lot of ways you can make oatmeal a little bit more
chocolate
exciting.
Chips, is that too?
If they're dark chocolate, then it's probably a good
Always
option,
dark chocolate.
but not milk chocolate. With your cereals, of course, if it has any sort of dyes, you'll know it. You can see in one of the cereals here, it has blue little marshmallows, right?
Yes.
That's not naturally occurring color.
Good old Lucky Charms.
So, you want to make sure that there's no dyes or preservatives, no hydrogenated oils, and always go with 100% whole grain. So this cereal is 100% whole grain. And instead of saying wheat, you want to have whole wheat or 100% whole wheat. Wheat isn't going to cut it because it's refined.
How do you get the kids to eat that healthy stuff, though? They don't see all the pretty colors in that bowl there,
Right,
Kristin.
exactly. So, take a baby steps approach, and you can mix one of your child's favorite cereals that may not be so healthy with a healthier option. So we can take some of the, marshmallows and things that they like and mix it with, let's say, Cheerios that has a lot less sugar in it. Okay? A baby steps approach, and then eventually get them completely away from the sugar-sweetened cereals.
Okay, let's talk about the fruit.
Fruit is a great option at breakfast because kids don't have enough fruits and vegetables in America. Okay, we see that in studies. So getting a fruit in the morning, and even ideally a vegetable, that's a great way to start the day to get your 5 fruits in for the day. Okay, so
the meal bars are quite impressive because there are so many to pick from.
Right.
So what are the good ones to eat in the morning, afternoon, evening?
I always say with meal bars, less ingredients is going to be better. Right? So the options I have here, one has about 65 ingredients, and I counted before I came on this couch, it's about 7 sugars in it. Okay? That is a low nutrient food. The other one has 3 ingredients, pecans, dates, and almonds. Right? So 3 ingredients, less ingredients, going to be better, higher in fiber, and higher in nutrition for your little one.
Okay, good to know. Now what about the milk? Do we always have to go skim or?
You could go skim or 1%, but I'd probably stay away from whole milk just because it's so high in saturated fat, and kids really don't need that. They can still get the calcium and the vitamins that they need through skim milk. And again, a baby steps approach. If you're kind of teetering down, go to 2%, then 1%. And then you can go to skim.
And then quickly, let's cover the eggs.
Eggs are great. Wonderful source of protein, probably one of the best sources of protein. So if you want to get protein in your child's breakfast, that's a way to do it, and non-fat yogurt is another way.
Perfect ideas for heading back to school. Thank you so much, Kristin. All right, and time is 8:28, and today's Fox Recipe Box is all about